Okay, so people are so excited for the show. Like here.
Good. They should be.
Yes.
That's awesome.
So
Yeah.
as sci-fi and horror fans, George R. R. Martin said he read a critic and said you can't marry the two, and he said F that, yeah I can, and created this. So we're all fans of sci-fi and horror. What would you say we should be most excited about that makes this like original and just really exciting?
The makes us original is always so hard because we haven't seen. I mean, I don't know. I haven't seen the whole thing, but I feel
I've
like
seen like 20 minutes.
And the concept.
in terms of the concept, there's so many. There's these 8 scientists, characters that are on the ship, and they all really are new to one another. They all have different reasons for being there. I think the fact that I'm a psychiatrist in charge of a telepath. Again, without saying too much, it creates a lot of tension. I think it's the tension within the characters that will feel original, not because we haven't seen this sort of fear in space amongst a crew, but because everybody has a different set of reasons why they're there, and that becomes really more clear with each character as the season progresses. So you really get to see why there's a Lami's character, and that she's porting into. She has ports, and she goes into different
Systems,
and so I think that just opens it up. It's like tentacles that are kind of endless, and exciting to explore.
it is.
What do you think?
I thought that was really impressive, actually, Gretchen, the way you phrased that. I think when we're talking about horror, I think there's many different layers of horror. There's the gorish kind of horror of blood and guts and stuff. There's claustrophobia can be a horror in itself. And there's the internal horror, psychological horror. And I think what our show does really well is introduce the different layers of horror and how these characters respond to it. Where we end up heading towards, which I found really exciting, is when these guys are forced into a position where it's about survival, and it's how their primal instincts start to kick in. I think that's what really becomes the catalyst of horror, and this type of horror. Because you can't escape, you can't go, right, F this, I'm jumping off the ship. You can't go anywhere. And you're stuck, and you're committed to it, so against your will, you're on the ship.
Well, I was just going to say, in adaptation, you feel like between your characters there's a sense of camaraderie or maybe even a sense of tension or animosity as the horror heightens the
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah, it's almost hard to avoid. Each character's dealing with their own personal demons and just stuff
And everything's sort of getting magnified, like each person's fears, each person's the love between people. Everything feels the closer we get, the further away from Earth we get, the more that energy is affecting everybody on the ship. And so you feel that the allegiances are weakening in some places, stronger in others, and the paranoia, and I think in terms of also the sort of production values of this world that has been created, they're so high, the level of, I think you could see by the trailer the way the spaceship looks, and it's very cinematic, the lenses they use, so the world of it is as much, I hate when people say it's like a character, I hate that, but it's as much a part of this sort of psychological spin that happens with everybody,
It starts to introduce its own energy.
Yeah.
And by the way, you explained that very well without giving away a spoiler, because I was listening to it and I was seeing where it was going to go. That was very impressive.
I was sort of like, I probably did.
That was very impressive.
So what is your fear?
Dancing? What is my fear?
The characters.
The characters. Fear.
Yeah, well, what's...
So really cool thing, you're starting this whole new series brand new.
Yeah.
What are the first lines that each of you speak your characters? What's your first line?
let me remember it.
Well, it's the teaser that we saw, and I think the first
Right, there
thing
we
I
go.
say is, this is Dr. Agatha Matheson, the Nightflyer.
I
Yeah.
say this mission could change the course of human history. It's epic.
That's a good line.
It is. It's all right, isn't it?
Yeah, and you did well with it.
Thank you. Thanks to
So
myself.
the set is actually, talk quickly about the set. That's CGI. They actually built the whole spaceship, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, we just didn't have outer space. That was all
That's the
all that
only
was
thing.
missing. It was
No,
pretty
literally.
amazing. But the other thing that was amazing was that usually you would have a green screen, like if you're looking out the windows at the Theradome, or there were these different sets, and when we're doing like the mission launch and we're taking off, we'd look out the window and really be seeing Earth go by because of it was projected on the so it was beautiful and moving. It was actually to sit there and think about the people that have done this before us. It was really kind of like
Special.
you could see it. In other words, as an actor, you didn't have to kind of go do all that tough. I always find that stuff so hard.
Last question on that. Were either of you surprised with the direction of your characters? I know you can't tell us anything specifically, but were you surprised with where your characters started and then where they ended in that?
A little bit. No, a lot actually. Yeah, a lot. Yeah.
I knew a
but
few
in a good
things.
way.
Yeah, I knew a couple.
Oh, did you?
I knew a couple little shreds of ideas, but there were certain plot things that were really sort of surprising that were there that I didn't know at all, and I was like, that's good to know now.
Oh shit!
Thanks,
Sorry.
guys.
Yes.
Yeah.
Fuck. Excuse me.
Yeah,
Sorry.
yeah.
Oh man, I just remembered so many of them.
Yeah. There's
Oh
a lot of that. Yeah.
There's a lot.